BlackRock is going all in on blockchain, launching Buidl, its first tokenized fund, which will be, of course, ran on top of Ethereum. This move could send both Ethereum and a new emerging sector known as RWAs to the moon. So the only question is, do you have enough of these cryptos? Well, it's time to discover crypto. What's up, everybody? My name is Joshua Jake, and today I'm going to be going to give you some news that the crypto industry has been unpacking over the last week. And that news is all around BlackRock. Now, in case you're new here, let's go over what RWAs are. RWA stands for real world assets on the blockchain. This means anything from art to real estate to gold and even securities. The sky is the limit. Developers tokenize these assets using smart contracts. Imagine owning part of a house and being able to sell your share instantly and safely on chain with no need to go through a realtor or lawyer. Now, there are quite a few reasons why I'm so bullish on RWAs. Not only are they providing greater financial access, for example, people who could never afford a Picasso can potentially invest into just a piece of it now. The transactions are much faster than IRL, and there are lower fees. Plus, RWAs provide really great yield generating opportunities. I mean, just imagine, in a world right now where we're currently sitting at about a 16% rate of medium income households being able to even afford a home. I mean, let me know in the comments, can you afford a home right now? Because RWAs could be the solution to what is hurting most middle income families. Besides the fact that only 16% of us could even afford a home, this could allow people to not only fractionalize their houses, meaning you could split it between multiple people without a realtor or a lawyer and all those extra costs, but it could be a way for the 99% of people that are just living on medium incomes be able to finally participate in the real estate sector. Because as it stands, all these institutions have been capitalizing off of us. You think they care that you can't afford a home? No, they'll just rent it to you. However, on the flip side, regulation hasn't kept up with technology. There may be regulatory hurdles for this sector in the future, but as of right now, it hasn't been tainted by lobbyists. And there also isn't a consistent regulation around the country or state lines at the moment. So while the RWA sector is still very immature, the upside to these marketplaces and the amount of liquidity that could pour into this industry isn't in the billions, it's in the trillions. Enter the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, who recently notified regulators it's launching a tokenized pooled investment fund called the BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. Very important that we call it institutional, because this is, get this, only for people that have $5 million or more. Now, with this, BlackRock has partnered with Securitize. The fund holds US Treasury bills and repo agreements, and Buidl, which is the stable coin pegged to $1, all of those holders will receive yield from the underlying assets. Again, this isn't available to retail, unless you have the $5 million to meet their minimum threshold. Now, despite that, BlackRock raked in $245 million in just its first week. Ando Finance moved $95 million into the fund last Wednesday. So if you want to trade this news, here's what I'm planning on doing, because there are 3 altcoins that I believe could benefit from this BlackRock move. The first is the most conservative option, Ethereum. There's been a bunch of ETH FUD recently, but between BlackRock launching Buidl on the Ethereum blockchain and the potential of Ethereum ETFs, I think Ethereum's price of around $3,600 is honestly a steal. You can also pick up ETH up relatively easily anywhere you want to trade, buy, or sell crypto. The next is Ando Finance, which is almost at $1 billion market cap. I consider this a medium risk altcoin. Now, I expect Ando's price to rise when BlackRock's fund gains regulatory approval and opens up to retail investors. Now, you can get Ando on things like PancakeSwap or the DEXs that are being attacked by the SEC like Uniswap. But finally, we have what is probably the highest risk play, which is Propy, and definitely the lowest market cap. So make sure you do your own research. But Propy is the real estate RWA project behind the first NFT home to ever be sold in Florida. Also available through DEXs, these are the projects that I really want to look into as we see the RWA narrative unfold. We're at a paradigm shift in our economy. We're moving away from the old tech world to a new age artificial intelligence world that is included with blockchain. And with that, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of opportunities are going to emerge over the next decade. And I truly believe that is going to be real world assets, at least one of the many narratives. Again, imagine if you could sell your car at the click of a button. Your title, everything would all be transferred with the history of its Carfaxes, whatever you want to look at is all on chain and can be done instantaneously within a second upon some smart contract agreement. RWAs make that possible for the first time ever. Real estate. Maybe you can't afford a new home, but maybe you and 5 of your buddies just want to at least compete with the real estate market, and now you can all jump into a real estate or a home all on the blockchain, skipping all the lawyers, all the realtors, all of the BS taxes and everything that is revolving around that industry. You'll be able to access for the first time. And don't even get me started on gold. I mean, seriously, does Fort Knox actually have that gold? How much government trust is there even left in our economy? Cool, the Pentagon failed their audit for the 6th time in a row. Great, the Federal Reserve is wrong about inflation again. Awesome, our Treasury Secretary can't even budget. RWAs fix almost all of these issues. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on real world assets below. Which projects or altcoins are you buying? Because as it stands right now, if you go to rwa.xyz, you can see the tokenized treasuries part, which will show you the $1 billion that is moved into these real world assets. Now, I have news for you guys. $1 billion is just the beginning, and I believe we could see over $1 trillion in these tokenized treasuries very, very soon. So the only question is, are you gonna be early or are you gonna be late, almost like every other trend? I'll see you guys at the top.